did as he was told. "Bo, this is going to be hard on your mama. Promise me that you'll take care of her." Roosevelt stole a glance out the window, and the boy heard Red Hood's voice again. "Roosevelt, you got 20 seconds. Then we set fire to the house." The other men began to chant something in a low hum, but the boy couldn't make out what they were saying. His father faced him again, still holding tight to his shoulders. "Promise me, son." The boy's teeth chattered. It was 95 degrees outside, deep in the dog days of August. There was no air conditioning in the shack, but the boy was freezing. His tears had dried.
"I promise, Daddy."
"Promise me that you'll make something of yourself, son. You hear me? Make something of yourself." His father shook him, and the boy nodded. "All right, nigger." The voice was even louder, closer to the house. 10 seconds. His father didn't budge, his eyes focused on the boy. "Bo, you probably going to hear things about this, about why they done this. Don't believe 'em. Not a word. You promise?" 10, 9. Red Hood began the countdown, but Roosevelt still did not move, waiting for Bo to answer.
"I'll promise, Daddy."
"One day your mama, she'll tell you everything. You understand?" Bo nodded, and his father hugged him hard, so hard it hurt a little, and kissed the boy on the cheek. 6, 5. Roosevelt stood and took 2 steps toward the front door. Fighting back fresh tears, the boy lunged for his father, grabbing him around the ankles and squeezing as tight as he could.
"Don't go, Daddy. Please don't go."
Roosevelt knelt and gently removed the boy's hands, holding them in his own. "Bo." The boy looked up into his father's eyes. "I love you, son." 3, 2.
I love you too, Daddy."
The boy choked the words out as snot began to run out of his nose and his eyes clouded over with tears.
"Please, don't."
His father grabbed the doorknob and turned it. "All right now, I'm coming out." Before he shut the door behind him, Roosevelt Haynes looked at the boy one last time. "Don't watch this, Bocephus. Whatever you do, don't watch this." If only the boy had listened. Part 1. 1. Pulaski, Tennessee, August 18, 2011. By 10:30 p.m., the front parlor of Kathy's Tavern was almost deserted. The 4 tables were empty, and there were only 2 men sitting on opposite ends of the long rectangular bar. One of the men was Cleet Sartain, who had just finished his evening shift as a sales clerk at the Johnson's Foodtown grocery store. At 74 years old, Cleet had a snow-white beard and weighed close to 300 pounds. Every year for the past 2 decades, he'd played Santa Claus during the Christmas festival downtown. When he wasn't sacking groceries or playing Kris Kringle, Cleet liked to down a few natural lights and listen to country music, both of which were readily available at Kathy's on Thursday nights. In the back, a 1980s country cover band was playing "I Love a Rainy Night" by Eddie Rabbitt, and Cleet tapped his foot to the music and took a long swallow of beer. The back room at Kathy's had several tables and a stage in the rear, and based on the squeals and Bo Duke-style yee-haws from the crowd, the song choice was a popular one. Live music always drew a good turnout at Kathy's, and from Cleet's perch at the end of the bar closest to the back, he counted at least 15, maybe 20 folks. Taking another sip of beer, Cleet let his eyes drift toward the man seated at the other end of the bar. With dark brown skin and a smoothly shaven head, Bocephus Haynes had always reminded Cleet of that boxer from the 80s, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Of course, Hagler had been a middleweight, and Bocephus Haynes stood 6 feet 4 inches tall and weighed well over 200 pounds, a heavyweight if there ever was one. And though he'd blown his knee out playing football for Bear Bryant at Alabama, Bo still carried the athletic frame of a middle linebacker. Even now, pushing 50 years old and wearing khaki suit pants with a blue shirt, tie undone, and smoking a cigar, Bo was an intimidating sight. Seeming to sense that someone was staring at him, Bo shifted in his stool and glared toward the other end of the bar. "Something on your mind, dog?" Cleet held up his hands and smiled, though his entire body had tensed. "No, Bo.